Welcome back. Aurelius and Malik, the Lineage Archive. We close the House of Habsburg file today. 5 parts. The end of the story. An empire falls, but its shadow lingers long after. The House of Habsburg, swept from thrones and palaces in 1918, left a legacy that still resonates throughout Central Europe. Even with their absence, their influence is palpable. The memories of emperors and empresses seep into the culture, politics, and daily lives of the people. We see their impact in the architecture, the traditions, and even the conflicts that continue to shape this region. History has a way of sticking around.
But we must remember, Aurelius, that the shadows of empire are not benign. The fall of the Habsburgs wasn't just about the end of a dynasty. It was about the millions who lived under their rule. The dissolution of the monarchy marked a chaotic time for many, a power vacuum that bred uncertainty. Their legacy is more than grand palaces. It's also about the people affected by their policies.
In Vienna, the Hofburg and Schönbrunn stand as silent witnesses to their once great power. These magnificent structures, with their gilded halls and manicured gardens, echo with the footsteps of history. They are more than just buildings. They embody the essence of the Habsburg era. Visitors today can feel the weight of what was lost, even as they admire the beauty of what remains.
True. But those buildings also tell stories of oppression. The grandeur you admire often came at the cost of countless lives. The Habsburgs maintained rigid social hierarchies, pushing down nationalist movements that simply sought freedom. People suffered and fought for their rights, often paying the ultimate price. Their legacy is marred by the struggles of those who resisted the very empire you romanticize. It's important to remember their voices too, and the real human cost behind that history.
The dynasty's legacy is woven into the laws and institutions of Central Europe. Civil codes and educational reforms trace their roots back to imperial decrees. Even today, the influence of enlightened rulers like Maria Theresa and Joseph II is felt in the structures of modern governance. This is what empires do. They lay foundations that endure long after their fall.
But those foundations aren't without cracks. The Edict of Toleration, while it might seem progressive, was really a reaction to unrest rather than a genuine act of kindness. The reforms often served the empire's interests, aiming to stabilize a crumbling structure. If we celebrate these changes without recognizing the struggles of everyday people who lived through that turmoil, we miss the real stories and sacrifices that shaped their lives.
Yet, the arts flourished under Habsburg patronage, creating a vibrant tapestry of creativity. Vienna became a cultural epicenter, alive with the symphonies of Haydn, the operas of Mozart, and the revolutionary compositions of Beethoven. The Kunsthistorisches Museum, with its stunning collections, houses treasures that reflect this ambition and the grandeur of the era. These artworks and artifacts don't just sit behind glass. They invite new generations to engage with a rich cultural legacy that continues to inspire and provoke thought.
And yet, the arts were often tools of power. Composers served the whims of the court, their genius harnessed to glorify the regime. The personal tragedies of the Habsburgs, like Crown Prince Rudolph's mysterious death, remind us that behind every grand narrative lies a human cost. The stories told in ballrooms also echo the sorrows of the family.
The Habsburg legacy isn't without its flaws. The notorious Habsburg jaw serves as a stark reminder of the perils of insularity. This dynasty faced relentless internal strife and external threats, both of which played significant roles in its eventual decline. Their history weaves together a complex tapestry of triumphs alongside tragedies, illustrating the multifaceted nature of power. We see how ambition can lead to both greatness and downfall, reminding us that every empire has its contradictions.
And power isn't just about victories or conquests. The Habsburgs, once rulers of vast territories, found themselves stripped of their titles. Yet, through Otto von Habsburg's passionate advocacy, they became symbols of European unity. In their exile, They had to adapt and redefine who they were. This transformation was not easy. It was a painful journey, filled with contradictions and challenges, reminding us that even those who once held great power must navigate the complexities of identity and belonging.
Their story encapsulates ambition and resilience in ways we often forget. The memory of the dynasty survives in archives, museums, and the imaginations of millions. We see their symbols everywhere, reminders of their once mighty presence. But we must ask ourselves, what was the true cost of that power? Beneath the surface, the sacrifices made and the lives changed linger, whispering tales of a grandeur that came at a price we can hardly comprehend.
Ultimately, the Habsburgs remind us that power is fragile. Their legacy stands as a monument to ambition, but it's also a cautionary tale about the human cost of such vast empires. The echoes of their rule still shape Europe today, influencing lives in ways we often overlook. We really need to ask ourselves, what lessons can we draw from their rise and fall? How can we apply those lessons to our own lives and the way we wield power?
The echoes of empire remind us that influence often persists in unexpected forms. The Habsburg legacy teaches us about the fragility of power and the endurance of culture. As we close this file, we see a reflection of our own times. History may not repeat, but it often rhymes. Just look around. The threads of past empires weave into our current narratives, shaping our identities. We do well to remember that the lessons of history linger, often in ways we least expect.
And that closes the House of Habsburg file. 5 parts. 1 complete story. The full series lives on the Lineage archive, part of the archive network. There's no shortage of files. Browse what pulls at you next.